せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
Welcome to the channel. In honor of the return of Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. for season 5, we thought that we would actually take a look back at the first 4 seasons, being as we didn't have a channel then, and discuss some of the things that we enjoyed from the first 4 seasons. Now, let's start this off by saying I know there are a lot of people that are 50-50 when it comes to Agent of S.h.i.e.L.D. But I will say this, if you were able to get through Iron Fist,
Yes.
okay, all 13 episodes, then you can watch Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. because, again, it's all personal preference, but in my personal opinion, Agent of S.h.i.e.L.D. season 1 is like a Academy Award winning performance by everyone compared to Iron Fist.
Yes.
No shade to the actors and actresses there and the direction that they were given, but yeah.
It definitely excels.
Exactly.
In comparison.
To be honest with you, we're to discuss this by season, so this is just going to be on season 1. When they mentioned that they were going to do Agent of S.h.i.e.L.D., I was excited for it. Comic book, Geek. So whenever you bring something superhero or any of my fandoms to the screen, I'm delighted. I want to see where it goes. I'm all for it. T-shirt and a sign. But as I started thinking about it, I wondered, how is that going to transpire? Because they made it very clear that it was not going to cross over with the MCU. They made it very clear that it was going to be about the agents and not really about superpowered individuals at the time.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and put this out here. There will be some light to maybe medium spoilers for the first season of Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. We'll try to keep the heavy spoilers and medium spoilers to a minimum, just because if you haven't seen this, maybe by listening to our awesome recap of this, you might decide to then take a look at it. So we want you to try to go in there with fresh eyes as possible. Okay, so if you watched Avengers, okay, you know that Phil Coulson's no longer with us, right? However, major spoiler, he actually comes back as a part of Agent of S.h.i.e.L.D. Now, to my knowledge, everyone pretty much still thinks that he's dead in the MCU at this point. I don't know if they're ever going to address that since they're keeping them separate. Maybe in Infinity Wars, I don't know, but I digress. But yeah, he's alive. Part of season 1 is figuring out how he's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a major part of it. He doesn't know what's going on. He keeps talking about Tahiti is a wonderful place. And I mention that because that does come into play with what happened to him. We're not going to spoil it and tell you how he comes back. But if you watch season 1, you will find out how he comes back. You'll find out that some of what was used to bring him back also has a major overlay into definitely season 2, really the whole entire show, because that leads into a lot of other things. So, basically, this show just goes into the lives of the Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. members. We have Phil Coulson, who's the leader. Then we have May, Agent May, who's pretty much, I would say, the best fighter on the team. I know, like, a lot of people like Grant Ward's character, who is supposed to be like the best fighter, but I like Agent May's style of fighting.
Okay.
Not that I'm not Grant Ward or whatever. Then you have the scientists, which are played by their names on the show would be Fitz and Simmons. Fitz is the guy, and Simmons is the female scientist. And then we have who we meet in the first episode, the tech for their team, who ends up being, what's her name then? Sky.
Yeah.
And as we go into other seasons, if you come back, you'll know why I answered that way, or why I mentioned it that way. So as we go through their lives, it starts off with them basically trying to do a cleanup for things that have happened.
Because
from Avengers.
The first, That's what I was gonna say, because the TV show actually overlaps that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TV show does a lot of overlapping with things that happen from Thor, Dark World, and Captain America, which, in my opinion, is the reason why for some people it was so lackluster in the beginning. Because even though they were saying it wasn't a part of it, they directly mentioned certain things, but without mentioning. And if you can see me right now, I'm air quoting.
Yeah. The tragedy in New York. They said that a lot,
yeah.
I know, in the first few episodes.
Exactly. Oh, well, you know how he left things, and that was then going back to everything that happened with Thor, Dark World, and the Ether, or whatever. That was the Ether, right?
I believe so.
Stuff?
I know they did a lot of references, though, in
they
that first
did
season.
a lot of references.
Yeah. They do it throughout, but definitely in the first season.
Yes. Even the best reference, though, is Winter Soldier, Captain America. So if you saw Captain America, Winter Soldier, then you understand why that reference plays such a big role into season 1. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and jump through to that. Things happen in the first couple of episodes. Like I said, it's a slow build. Okay? But after everything that transpires in Winter Soldier, they're now dealing with that backlash because, again, Hydra was basically completely sewn into the fabric of S.h.i.e.L.D. So we have some betrayals that cut deep to the team, that cut deep to certain people. If that was your favorite character, we're not going to tell you who.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the end of the day, when that foundation is broken, I think that we just now in season 4 really dealt with that.
Yeah. The betrayal that happened in season 1.
That happened in season 1, episode like 15 to 16. That's like ingrained because that was like
that really got to you. Yeah. I didn't know what happened that
you
early
know how I like the drama in my shows. I was like, it was crazy, okay? And we're not going to tell you exactly what happened. We're just going to say that if you ever decide to watch this, you'll be thoroughly surprised at the way it goes down.
Don't get too attached.
Yeah, pretty much. Start building your attachments from like season 2 B part.
Yes.
Okay? So season 1, overall, if I had to give it a rating, I would probably give it a rating of a C. You may say why. I give it a rating of a C because it had some good episodes. It had some lackluster episodes. Okay. But it had enough good episodes to make me want to know more.
To get more.
And it's a C because it's something that was binge worthy. When I give A and B's, that's something that I want to see every week to week. Okay. I did not watch every episode of Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. week to week. You know how I do. I let a couple of episodes build up on the DVR and then I watch it.
Until season 4.
No, but actually by the time season 2.
Oh, okay.
Where they left off with season 2 kind of had me wanting to know more. So I definitely tuned in for season 2.
No, I mean on a weekly basis?
What we want you to do is come back. Say it again?
You said on a weekly basis you were watching season 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it from season 2 on. I saw it every week. And I was mad about that because the good thing about letting it build up is you get your answer right away. Versus having to wait that week period. So we want you guys to do the same thing. Come on back and see us. We're going to hit you guys up with season 2. If you're watching us on VidMe, make sure to upvote, like the video, share this video with those who like geeky content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let us know your thoughts below if you watch Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. season 1, or if you're continuing to watch it without spoiling it for anybody. And let us know what you think of the show. And as always, you guys, stay geeky.